Hey, what's up, Galaxy Gang? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing against Pure Yummy, and we're going first. I currently have about 556 rating right now, so we're getting up there. Still trying to get to that 600 rating by the end of the week. My opponent has 427 rating, so pretty low rated duel, but hey, they're playing against a pretty good deck. So let's see how we fare against it. So we drew Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon, Drolan Lockbird, Call by the Grave, Photon Deltawing, and Galaxy 100. So we got about 2 starters, an extender, as well as like a Call by the Grave and a Floodgate type card, and Drolan Lockbird. So this is not a bad hand whatsoever. You can get past about 2 hand traps here. 2 hand traps, or 3, depending on how I play the Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon or what the hand trap is. My opponent opens with Cupsy Yummy, Scott Striker Mobilize Engage, Obedient Schooled, Ash Blossom, and Infinite Impermanence. So they have about 2 hand traps, 3 high power starter cards. These are like 3 of the best starters that you can have in the deck, and they drew 3 of them. So yeah, that's insane. So let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go main phase 1. Alright, so I normal summon Photon Deltawing, use the effect. My opponent lets that go through. Special summon the Photon Deltawing from my deck. Okay. Alright, I overlay both monsters. I go into a Galaxy Photon Dragon. I use the effect to detach. My opponent is going to use Ash Blossom, so that's interesting. They use the Ash Blossom on that, not Infinite Impermanence. Okay. I use Call by the Grave on that, banish that. He could chain Infinite Impermanence to stop that completely, but he could chain Infinite Impermanence on that, but yeah, he lets that go through. Alright, so now I can add Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Primal to hand. Alright, now I'm going to use Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Primal's effects to special summon it to the field. Use the effects, so now I can add Tachyon Transmigration to hand. I'm going to use Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon's effect to special summon it to the field. Overlay both monsters, go into a Divine Golden Shadow Dragon. I was thinking going into that because I felt like my opponent would have been Nibiru'd me once I summoned the Afterglow Dragon, and I was playing extremely risky. Like, I didn't really care if my opponent had Nibiru. I felt like they did. They probably wouldn't have used Ash so early. But I felt like my opponent did not have it. And also, like, I'm playing like very straight up just going like pure glass cannon, because these decks have like way too many like powerful cards and powerful starters that just ending on like 2 or 3 interruptions is not going to be enough. As you can see, my opponent had like 3 high power starter cards, so that's very powerful. But yeah, so I went into the Shadow Dragon, used the effect, and then my opponent uses the Infinite Impermanence, which hurt a lot, so I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, that did hurt a lot. He really saved that Infinite Impermanence. I was probably thinking of maybe I should have went into Photon Lord, use Galaxy 100, send Jumper, I guess. Add Trance, use Trance, special summon. Use Trance, special summon the 2 monsters, link off into Soul Flare, but that's only like about 2 interruptions, and that's very weak. Oh, actually, it's 3 interruptions. Yeah, Soul Flare, Photon Lord, attack, and Transmigration. That's 3 interruptions. But yeah, that really hurt. I'm not gonna lie. So I used Galaxy 100 first, so now I can send the Photon Jumper to the graveyard. Use the effect, so now I can add Eternal Galaxy to hand. I was thinking if I should have sent Jumper to add Expedition, and then use Expedition to special summon Emperor. And then I would have had Photon Dragon from Afterglow. Overlay both monsters into a number 62, but I was like, that's kind of weak. Man, that Infinite Impermanence was really good. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that. I thought he would have been used that. Yeah, that Infinite Impermanence was really good. I probably could have beat Infinite Impermanence. I don't know if I could have read that, but I probably could have beat Infinite Impermanence. I would have just went to Photon Lord first, then use 100, send my monsters, and then link off into a Soul Flare, and then Soul Flare can add back. Yeah, Soul Flare can add back something. I don't know. Yeah, that was just tough. That was a tough play. Man. But yeah, Shadow Dragon's effect attached too. So now, yeah, it's a cost. So now I can use Afterglo's effect to special summon the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Alright, so now I use Galaxy 100 to show his extra deck. So I guess he's showing the Lolipo Yummy Way. Yeah, so I saw that he was using Yummy, so I banished the Lolipo Yummy Way. I banished this card instead of the Cupsy because I have Droll and Lockbird. He's not going to be able to get to, yeah, because I already have Droll and Lockbird. He's not going to be able to get to the Cupsy on his turn anyway. So I'm like, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, banish that. All right, so now I'm going to set Tech and Transmigration Eternal Galaxy past turn. So I just thought to myself now, like, yeah, I just realized, like, why didn't I go into Soul Flare? Yo, what in the world? I think I'm just so used. Yeah, that's funny. Like, why didn't I go into Soul Flare? Yeah, I think I'm just so used to, I'm so used to, like, when I summon Shadow Dragon that I'm, like, locked into, like, yeah, every time. Yeah, every time, like, I summon, like, Shadow Dragon, I feel like I'm, like, always locked into, XYZs or something. Yeah, that was a blunder on my part. I gotta, you see, this is why it's so good to, like, review film. I don't know, like, why I did not realize that. I could have just linked off Shadow Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, Soul Flare, use Soul Flare's effect, add back Photon Dragon. Now I have another interruption. So I would have Tag Enters Migration, Photon Dragon in hand, as well as, like, a Photon Lord off of Eternal Galaxy, and this would have, like, definitely beat this a lot easier. Yeah, that's so weird. Okay, so past turn, my opponent draws into Yummy Surprise, Standby Phase. Standby Phase, I use Eternal Galaxy, targeting my Galaxy Photon Dragon, so now I can go into a Photon Lord. I use Photon Lord's effect, so now I can add a Galaxy Summoner to hand. Okay, so main phase 1. Alright, so main phase 1, my opponent activates Engage. So with Engage, he can add the Hornet Drones to hand. I use Droll and Lockbird immediately. Okay, so now he can't add anything. Now he uses Obedience School, so now he can special summon, like, now he can try to special summon 3 cards. I use Tag and Transmigration on that. I don't want him to get all those monsters on board. Yeah, so I do that. Yeah, so it's because it's a normal spell card, it's marked to go to the grave. It doesn't return from Tag and Transmigration's effect. Yep. Now he uses the Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drone, so now he can special summon a token. Uses the token to go into a Kagari. Uses Kagari's effect to add back the Hornet Drones. I'm using Photon Lord's effect to negate and destroy that. I don't want him to have any Link 1s on field. Okay, so now he normal summons the Cupsy. I'm like, oh my god, this guy still has access to this stuff, but I'm like, I'm feeling good because I'm like, oh, he doesn't have access. Like, unless he, like, you know, drew the Yummy Surprise, he does not have access to Yummy Surprise. So I'm like, I'm feeling good right now. Yeah, since he's under Droll. So he links off the Yummy into a Snatchy. Okay, uses Snatchy's effect to add the field spell. Now at this moment, I would have won the game because I would have had Soul Flare. Would have went into Soul Flare, pop. Actually, let me see. What does Surprise do? Surprise can actually special summon. Ah, yeah, Surprise can actually special summon the Snatchy. What would I have done? Actually, I would have done Soul Flare a while ago. I would have used Soul Flare and popped the token, and that way I wouldn't have had to, like, use Photon Lord. I would have just saved Photon Lord for the Snatchy, and then he would have lost the game. So yeah, had to make everything harder on myself. But yeah, so now he uses the Mingyong's effect to special summon back the Cupsy Yummy. Alright. He's thinking. Yeah, he's thinking. Big think. I'm like, I don't see how he gets out of this, honestly. Probably what he could have done was, yeah, I had no idea he had the surprise. He could have just used Snatchy, go into a Snatchy, and then to Synchro, and then he would have used Surprise, I guess, put back both monsters, and then go into the Cupsy Yummy to put back 2 of my monsters. But the thing is like, I can still beat over his monsters anyway. With just, like, Galaxy Photon Dragon, and I still have follow-up. So he could have done that, but he still would have lost the game. Yeah, so I guess he just sets the Yummy surprise and passes turn because it's like nothing else he can do. So I draw. So it's my turn, so I draw into the Nibiru. That's not going to help me at all. So I go standby phase. All right, main phase 1. All right, so main phase 1 I'm thinking. All right, so now I'm going to go and use, yeah, normal summon the Galaxy Summoner first. Use the effect, so now I can special summon the Tachyon Primal. Opponent's thinking, lets that go through. So summon Primal, use Primal's effect. He's going to chain the Yummy Snatchy. And I'm like, nah, that's fine. I'll let that go through. I don't really care. Yeah, so I let that go through. Alright. Alright. Yup. So he's going to synchro. Yeah, he's going to go into the Cookie Yummy way. And I'm like, okay, he can flip down my monsters. But only ones that he can flip down that are actually going to be of like any... actually going to do something is like the Summoner and the Tachyon Primal, because they were both summoned this turn. But this guy uses the effect to flip both my Lord and my Photon Dragon. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I don't care. Yeah, so flips them both down. So I flip my monsters back up again. I'm like, oh, thank you. Alright, now so now I flip. So now I switch Shadow Dragon to attack. I'm thinking. Yeah, I can't go Summoner. I think maybe what I should have done was go Summoner, Special Summon Jumper, overlay both, go into a Photon Dragon. Yeah, the monsters all get boosted, and then I can just beat over this monster, then attack for game. But let's see what my opponent does. So I go battle phase. I think before I went battle phase, I should have went into a number 38. He wouldn't have expected that. And then surprise, he would have got, yeah. Yeah, that was my fault. I should have went into number 38 first. That was a misplay. Okay, so he special summons the Cupsy Yummy from the graveyard. All right. And he goes, yeah, that's why I'm like, he's like, can he activate the effect of Cupsy? Because he goes a thumbs up after summoning the Yummy. So I'm like, oh, he doesn't want to use the effect. So now he uses the effect to add the Yummy surprise to hand. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Alright, so now I go battle phase. I beat over the Cupsy Yummy, beat over the Cookie Yummy way. Alright, I attack directly with Galaxy Summoner. And I attack directly with Galaxy Photon Dragon. I felt like I could have won this game. I felt like I could have won the game, honestly. I don't know why I was so scared of the Snatchy. Like, it really wasn't going to do anything. Like, if he goes and synchro summons with it really wasn't going to do much. Because I already banished the one that special summons 2 from the grave when synchro summoned. So, yeah, that was bad. I probably should have went into, like, Cypher Blade, pop all this stuff. Let me see. When this card is special summon, he probably would have placed the other field spell, the Croaky. I can pop a card. Yeah, I think I may. Yeah, I should have just went for game this turn. I definitely could have went for game. Used like 7 Tachyon, added something, or special summon something other than Primal. But yeah, so I go main phase 2. I go into a number 38. I link off the Shadow Dragon and the Summoner, go for Soul Flare, use Soul Flare's effect. I can add back Photon Jumper. I use 7 Tachyon. Should not have done this. What I should have done was not use this. I should have just let, because I forgot that Photon Lord can just add stuff to hand. Like, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I use 7 Tachyon, reveal the Sentry, add the Galaxy Wizard to hand. And then, let's see what else we do. Alright, so yeah, that's it. So I put back the Nibiru to the top of the deck, and then I pass turn. So my opponent draws, he draws to the Cookie Yummy. I should have definitely played that last turn better. I should have went for game. Game 1, yeah, turn 1, I should have just, went for the Soul Flare. I don't know why. Like, I was just so used to going Shadow Dragon. Like, when Shadow Dragon's on my field, I forget that, oh yeah. Like, I always think like, oh, it was summoned off of like Infinity Dragons, and I'm like locked into like XYZs. So I should have went into this. I would have won the game like a turn ago. But yeah, like I was just setting myself up to like lose to like a Dark Ruler or something. And that's pretty bad, because like if he had Dark Ruler, he could have went that and then surprise and then start doing stuff, and then probably like beat over my monsters. Yeah, actually that wouldn't have happened because I still have Photon Jumper and everything, and like Cookie Yummy's in the grave. So yeah, would have made a difference. But yeah, just gotta play a bit better. But as of right now, looks like this guy can't win because he only has 2 cards in hand. I have 3 interruptions in Soul Flare, Lord, number 38. Like, there's no way this guy's winning. But yeah, yo, standby phase. Use Lord's effect to attach the Galaxy 100, so now I can like negate and destroy something that he has. Yeah, main phase 1, he's thinking. In my head, I'm like, dude, like this game is over, bro. Like, let's just go on to game 2. But he goes and normal summons the Cookie Yummy. Uses the effect. I'm surprised he used the effect. I don't know why, but whatever. Alright, so uses Cookie Yummy's effect to target my Photon Lord and make it lose attack. I use Lord's effect to detach the Galaxy 100 to negate and destroy. Uses Yummy Surprise at chain number 38 to negate that and attach, and he scoops. So yeah, so now let's go on to a game 2. And let's see what happens here. Alright. Okay, so we go game 2. I open Ash Blossom, Forbidden Droplet, 7 Tachyon, Photon Delta Wing, and Ash Blossom. It's kind of a mid hand. Like, I'm so used to like every like meta deck, like, you know, just getting past an Ash Blossom, but you know, at least I drew something. My opponent's going first. He opens the Infinite Impermanence, the Akroki, Ash Blossom, Sky Striker, Mobilize Engage, and Ghost Spell. Okay, so he goes standby phase, main phase 1. My opponent uses Engage. I immediately go Ash Blossom on that because Ash Blossom is my only hand trap in hand, and I feel like I straight up just get like if I do get punished by a Cookie already in hand or like a Yummy card already in hand, like that was gonna happen anyway. Like Ash Blossom wasn't gonna stop that regardless, because he would have just went, you know, Engage, summon this stuff, you know. Yeah, because he would have just, you know, special summon this stuff and then, you know, continue his combo. Like if I would have like held the Ash for like the Synchro Cupsy, yeah, it still would have been the same thing. Yeah, so that's why like I ashed immediately. I was like, yo, like I just hope he doesn't have anything else. Yeah, so once this dude started looking at his extra deck, I was like, yeah, he doesn't have another Yummy monster in hand. Yeah, so he normal summons the Ghost Spell, and I'm like, okay, so this dude took that long looking at his extra deck, normal summons the Ghost Spell, and I'm like, yo, this guy definitely doesn't have any other Yummy card in hand. Yeah, so it goes normal summons Ghost Spell, goes into an Almirage, okay, sets an Infinite Impermanence, activates the Akroki, and passes turn. So I'm like, alright, good. Like, I'm feeling really good right now. I have Ash Blossom in hand. I have Ash Blossom, Forbidden Droplet to stop any other, like, pushes that he may have for the following turn. I have Delta Wing and 7 Tachyon, 2 starters as well. So, yeah, so I draw into a Moltremi Perulia. It's not too bad. Like, I don't really care about Perulia that much. It's cool. I can use it as, you know, fodder for 7 Tachyon or fodder for Forbidden Droplet, so it's fine. So I go main phase 1, use 7 Tachyon first. My opponent's thinking, yeah, so I reveal Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, trying to get to an Infinity Dragon, and I'll just put back the Perulia. So my opponent's thinking, he uses Ash Blossom on that. Alright, that's cool, I don't care. Now normal summon Photon Delta Wing, my opponent goes and activates Infinite Impermanence. I'm like, oh, that's great, I don't really care. Alright, so I go battle phase, and attack over the Almirage. Go main phase 2, set the Forbidden Droplet. You know, Perulia is not too bad in this position because I can, you know, just normal summon it next turn, go into Galaxy Photon Dragon, and, you know, continue my plays. So this guy's on top deck, and I already have Ash Blossom Forbidden Droplet. Like, there's nothing that he can do. Like, okay, so he goes and sets the Forbidden Droplet, passes turn. My turn, I draw a Triple Tactics Talent. Not a really good card at this point, but it's fine. Main phase 1, normal summon the Perulia, overlay both monsters, go into Galaxy Photon Dragon. Okay, use Photon Dragon's effect to detach Photon Delta Wing. Opponent uses Forbidden Droplet. Alright, that's cool. I don't care. I go battle phase, attack with Galaxy Photon Dragon. And now this dude's on top deck, and I still have Ash Blossom, still have Droplet, still have Galaxy Photon Dragon for a push next turn. So, you know, he's just pretty much just delaying the inevitable. So he draws Drolling Lockbird, sets it, pass turn. I draw Galaxy Expedition, and now it's time to win the game. So I go Galaxy Photon Dragon to attach to add a Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Primal. Use Primal's effect to special summon itself to the field. Use Primal's effect. So now I can add 7 Tachyon to hand. I sided out the Tachyon Transmigration. I just wanted as many cards that can break the board. I wanted like the least amount of dead cards in hand. So yeah, so now I activate Galaxy Expedition, so now I can special summon the Galaxy Soldier, chainlink 1 Soldier, chainlink 2 Galaxy Photon Dragon. So now I can make Soldier level 8 and also add Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon to hand. Alright, so now I'm going to special summon the Afterglow to the field. overlay both my monsters, go into a Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. In hindsight, probably should have just went into a Shadow Dragon. Shadow Dragon would have been a lot better. Yeah, I could go Shadow Dragon, add whatever I want, and then I can also go into Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. But at this point, it doesn't matter how I do it. This is game either way. Overlay into Galaxy Eye Cypher Blade Dragon. Use the effect to detach Afterglow to pop his monster. And yeah, this should be about game, but you know, just for courtesy reasons, I activate Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon, and yep, he scoops. So yeah, that's it for the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I did a couple of misplays game one. Starting off, should have went into the Soul Flare Dragon. Should have went into Soul Flare after I set up my board and stuff. Should have linked off the Shadow Dragon and the Galaxy Summoner for Soul Flare, add back the Photon Dragon. And then also I could have went for game on one of the turns. I probably shouldn't leave my opponent up to, you know, still be in the game, but I was like, oh, I have 3 interruptions. Not much he can do, and like, you know, 2 of his yummy cards are like, one is banished, one's in the grave. Not much that he can do with that. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that should be it. I think I played game 2 pretty well. I think, you know, like I had to use Ash. I had to be aggressive on that. I don't want him to get to anything. I don't even want him to get to the Synchro, because I was going to hold the Ash Blossom for the Synchro. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, that's it. Peace.